I'm called Temple Lazarus. I work with the UPDF as a guide. Uh, when the incident happened, I did not know what has happened exactly. And I was called by the UPDF at around 4 in the morning, calling me to go and identify exactly where these people has escaped from. For them, they had already known before me. Then when I followed them, the river side, I joined with them, little knowing what has happened to my home, because I was asleep. During the incidents happened even at the other school. So when we were following the river line, when we reached at a certain point where these people crossed, we found some exhibits of Kaunga and the truck, their footmarks, I mean. Immediately when we found all those exhibits, like because they carried some portions around at the school which they demolished. So when we found the exhibit of Kaunga down and the footmarks going to the river, immediately there was no going back. We had just followed them. When we reached the river, we found them they have just crossed the river into the Democratic Republic of Congo. And when we joined the truck, we followed the truck not until we found where exactly they had taken a sleep. And it was around 10 p.m. I mean 10 a.m. That's ine ya asubuhi. So we passed there because we didn't find anything. Our main point, our intention was just to rescue the captives which I have already taken. And we followed them not until we reached a certain destination behind the hills in the Republic. When we were there, we tried to discover some hideouts of those guys, and which was not very easy for us to penetrate that area, not until we called the helicopter to come and first wreck for us. Then when it came, it first wrecked, it went back, then it came back at the second time, which has loaded, and then it tried to wreck the second time. Then some gunshots, it bombed, but where it was bombing, we did not find exactly these captives, these children. But we didn't end there with them. We tried again, because the helicopter had come back again to Uganda. When we followed them, there were our forces deployed in the Republic before. So we had to connect with them at the river Same Lake. When we went into the bush there, we had them also fighting them at the end point nearby the river Same Lake. When we connected with them, we tried to ask them whether they have tried to find those guys physically and they have rescued some our captives, our children. They said not. So we reorganized. We met. After meeting with the other force, that friendly force, we gave them the directives to follow them. We did not meet that very day. We slept, and for them they slept at the other side. We did not meet at that point. We met morning tomorrow around Sangap. It was around 9 a.m. That's when we met with the friendly force. And then we took some meetings inside there. After then, for them, we handed over to them. For us, we withdrew. We came with all the forces, except what the other friendly force had, just one sick person. We came with that soldier to our headquarters here.
We picked this. Are you able to identify that?
This one it's not maybe our force which picked this one, but
We just found it as we were going to gather news. We just picked it. I just came with it today. We found it just at the river, so that's why I'm putting it in that cavern.
no, this place, it is a place where our soldiers do stay of this uniform. I cannot be specific whether it is the rebels used this uniform, but the exhibits we found where they slept was a uniform of Congo.
The one for Fadak.
Yeah, the one for Fadak. But if this one is, you picked this one, but because what I know, this uniform, we have our soldiers permanently there. So it may be, yes. We took off here with the around 42 soldiers, and myself inclusive. Yes.
So you used this specific, you crossed via this river.
We followed exactly, we passed where there were footmarks, not until we reached that point.
So now as we...
Just today morning, I've got that information that people suspected that it is a patrol of our soldiers because they were carrying some guns. But instead, they were rebels. They didn't exactly identify them immediately. Others took it, maybe it is a strike of that school striked and banned the school. But when we are coming back, that's when they started opening the shops of the people and the drug shop. They took everything. So that's the information they have given me this morning.
So lastly, what do you think should be done to at least ensure the communities are comfortably staying in such areas that are near the porous borders?
That it is simple. On the other hand, it is not simple. The flow of information and what I believe in, they should be aware that the enemy is already inside. That's one thing. Any suspicious movement, they should report. Because some of us, we are here, we are the eyes of the government, but you may find people maybe having information, they keep the information without disclosing the information. And that's one we are still digging out with police, the CMI guys, and so on. But what I believe, there is no way a rebel can reach without a collaborator, according to the way how I studied. It means you have the collaborators around of those rebels to show them the path, where they should pass from, where there is no soldiers, where there is no soldiers. So people may put a lot of emphasis with the civilians so that they disclose the information at a very quick point. The exhibit of the uniform, it was just a small part like this one we have just shown me. But for their uniform which they were putting on, it's different. It is a Fadaka what? Uniform, but this is not ours. That one we didn't find it in the footmarks where we are going from. I lost 2 members of my family, my mom, the original mom, and the biological brother, which is my elder brother. And they took my children, two boys, and they cut the wife of the deceased which is now still at the hospital, Bell Hospital. So that's a very big loss.
As government,
boys were also taken.
Yes,
so as government already supporting you,
yes, they did that.
like which kind of support do they give you?
They are looking after the victim, which is the wife of the deceased. They facilitated with 10 million of the mother and even the son of her son. That one I'm already aware because I'm told, because I was not around. Yes.
Last time from those boys of those who were taken, were they captured along the way they were going over from school?
They were already asleep, so they opened the house where these children were sleeping. They took them after killing the mom and the brother. So they went with them up to now. Yes. The young one is 9 years, and the older one is 13. The other one is Johnson, the older one, and the young is Nubian.
The two names, Johnson and
There are two different names. Yes, the older one is Johnson,